We hear a lot about the importance of time management in the health, wellness, and personal development spaces. But I don't think we're talking nearly enough about the importance of energy management. Welcome to your daily hit of grace and grit, your quick dose of inspiration to kickstart your day. This show is proudly sponsored by Rumble and Rise. To find out more about joining Rumble and Rise, head on over to graceandgrit.com/ready to rumble. I'm Courtney Townley, and here is today's hit. Energy is not infinite. It's influenced by sleep, nutrition, movement, stress, relationships, emotional labor, and 1,000 other things. And when energy is low, everything feels harder than it needs to be. Decision-making becomes exhausting. We've all been there. Patience evaporates. We become snappy and reactive. Motivation disappears, not because you lack discipline, but because you're operating on fumes. You're trying to commit to too much. We're not honoring our true resource availability. So I always encourage my clients to really honor their actual resource availability, not what they wish their resource availability was. Energy is a resource. The body, of course, is always going to prioritize survival first. So when stress is high, whether it's physical, emotional, or psychological, energy is diverted away from repair and creativity and resilience and connection. And the body really enters a conservation mode. It's trying to conserve resources for you. So non-essential functions start to slow down. And this is why chronic stress leads to fatigue and brain fog and emotional flatness. There was a study published in Health Psychology that found that emotional labor, the invisible work of managing other people's emotions, anticipating needs, and maintaining relational harmony, depletes energy as significantly as physical labor. Did you hear that? So all of that psychological work you're doing, trying to manage other people, trying to be all things to all people at all times, depletes your energy as much as physical labor. Yet, it's rarely acknowledged or accounted for. Women carry enormous emotional loads. I did a whole podcast on this ages ago about emotional labor. It's often carried without recognition. And then women wonder why they feel so drained, why they feel so reactive. So here's the thing to consider. Managing energy isn't really about doing less. Sometimes it is, of course. But it's more about spending your resource of energy wisely, because you only get so much of it. And yes, it's renewable, but you only get so much of it per day. So some activities generate energy, like walking in nature, meaningful conversation, creative work, strength training, laughter. And other activities really deplete it. Endless scrolling, lots of technology, toxic relationships, chronic multitasking, always trying to people please. Start paying attention to what gives you energy and what steals it, what drains it. And of course, this requires radical honesty. The goal is to protect high-return activities, things that help you to generate energy, and limit the low-return ones. This isn't selfish, it's stewardship. You're being a good steward of the resources you are given. Just like being responsible with money. Are you being responsible with your energy? Author Anne Lamott, who I just love, she says almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. And I love that quote, just especially in relationship to this conversation, that sometimes the best thing you can do is just to pull the plug, right? To put yourself to bed, to give yourself an opportunity to restore and regenerate your energy resource. When energy is managed well, here's the really big gift. Discipline becomes less necessary because capacity increases naturally. You have more to give, not because you're forcing it, but because your reserves are actually intact. If this stirred something inside of you, imagine what a whole book of clarity and courage could ignite. The Consistency Code, a Midlife Woman's Guide to Deep Health and Happiness, goes even deeper into the mindset and practices that create real, meaningful change at midlife. Grab your copy today over at theconsistencycode.com and keep the momentum alive.